I'll be at that Andre Ward in Vegas. Just going in. Kovalev. Put my money on the man with the plan, which is Dre.
Why are you picking Ward?
Better defensively. And he been in there with somebody who fights like Kovalev.
What about Crusher's power?
Power is not the all-in factor at the elite level, which Andre Ward is at. He can know how to take somebody's power all the way away from him. So, it doesn't matter about his power.
Pacquiao-Vargas, you see the fight highlights, anything?
Yeah. I knew Pacquiao was going to win because the ideology that my man Vargas had, which I met him at one of the fights in, where was we at? Fresno. I met him at some fights in Fresno, and I told him I could help him for some sparring against Pacquiao because I'm a southpaw. And then I guess they seen one of my videos. Actually, they seen the Lugo video on Facebook, and he was like, "You're not fast enough, and we want that in and out field work," which that wasn't actually the factor in my eyes against Pacquiao. The in and out Vargas said the in and out movement, but it was actually the in and out movement is kind of like a denominator. The most common denominator is the hard left fucking hand that went down the pipe that cracked him. And
so that was the biggest game changer?
That was the game changer. He's an elite puncher. He has power.
You said that last time.
I said that. You know what I'm saying? He's an elite puncher. He has power, accuracy. He knows how to deliver the shot. And that's what my part would have been if I would have been in the Vargas camp. You know what I mean? When I spar you, you actually win because I know how to spar you. And I do got the in and out footwork like Pacquiao. I can imitate that because I'm athletic. But he was just looking at how I fought Lugo in a fight to where I was on the B side and I had to put pressure on him and put non-stop. That's the difference between me and the other fighters. Depending on how a fighter fights, I adapt my style to any other style. So that'd be the game plan going into the fight. If he can't take pressure, I become a pressure fighter. You know what I mean? If you can't take movement, I become a mover. If you don't like slick fighters, I'll be slick. That's how I learn how to box. I can do all that stuff. So I don't just fight one way. You know what I mean? So and you don't have to be fast all the time with somebody who's not fast. It's wasting unnecessary energy and people time you. Just like my man Amir, he's my man, but...
What about depleting your gas tank too?
Yeah, you burn yourself out. That's what I'm saying. It's unnecessary movement. If you don't need to use your speed the whole time, you can change up speeds. There's different levels of speeds, and that's what people don't understand.
Who changes up their speed?
Floyd Mayweather, Guillermo.
Canelo, hand speed-wise?
Canelo, hand speed. Lomac, he changes up his speed.
What's the importance of changing up your speed?
So people won't time you. Because timing beats speed. So if you throw every punch, and then you come again,
you think that's what happened in the Danny Garcia-Amir Khan fight?
Yes, he was attacking him in bursts, and Danny Garcia...
And it was the same level of speed?
Same level of speed. And Danny Garcia just was like, all right, when he come in this time, I'm just going to turn and throw the hook. And he went, da-da-da. He said, okay, I can't get it. The first couple of rounds, because you got so many amateurs, it's automatic. Like, you can't get away from that.
What did Prentice tell you about Amir Khan? That he fought like Victor Ortiz or somebody.
Yeah, he said, and all the amateur, when he was an amateur, he came in and just 21-0 everybody. Just
Khan?
shot him out. Everybody. He was too fast. He would just come in, and that's good for the amateurs.
Because you get the point.
But you get the point.
At the time.
But I'm glad you said that because that was my point leading up to what I was saying. When you have a lot of amateurs sometimes, I'm not saying everybody, but when you have a lot of amateurs like Amir and a lot of other fighters, you develop that style, and then that transcends over to your professional style.
Do you think that applies to Edeslandi Lara? Because he's sometimes economical, like a bit amateur, like when he can step on the gas.
But that's the Cuban style.
Yeah. The Cuban style, amateurs.
The Cuban amateur styles, they know how to point you and win you on boxing beautifully. So that sometimes that transcends on their style. So instead of getting them out of there, they don't just go for it to get you out of there. They're still in that mindset where, okay, I'm
gonna pick you off.
I'm gonna pick you off. Bang, one, bang, one, bang. And if they happen to get you out of there off that, they get you out of there. But their sole purpose is to win and get you. It's just embedded in them. Amir Khan was embedded with speed, and when he transferred to the pros, the first 3 rounds, as when you fought Canelo and Danny Garcia, you can't catch up to him. He and then Canelo after the 3rd round start slipping him. He started getting the timing because the shit starting to look normal. And then he bang, start catching with counters. Danny Garcia, same thing. He was he was getting him the first 4 or whatever, and then he just was like, okay, when he timed me this time, I'm turn, bang, hit him with a hook, it's over. You know, and on the Spartan mirror, it's the same thing. You got to change up your speeds. You can't just throw everything fast. You throw a fast jab, chill, you know, throw some measuring jabs. You disguise your speed. You don't just come off blazing fast every single time. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand. And that's what got Pacquiao caught. He just hopping in feints. He did it so much, and he fought Marquez so many times. He just hopping in and out, hopping in and out.
And Marquez was able to read him. He said that.
Marquez was able to read him, and he practiced it in sparring. They have a video out on, I seen on Facebook, Marquez actually practicing throwing the right hand and leaning over with the same shit he caught Pacquiao with to get him out here. You know what I mean?
Now, from what I've seen, because reverting it back to kind of the Pacquiao-Vargas fight, Pacquiao was getting clipped with some rights. So he's always been a sucker for rights. Do you think that changes? Like if he fights like a Floyd Mayweather, great right, in a rematch, what happens?
It's the same thing's going to happen.
What about Terrence Crawford? No, keep it Floyd.
That same thing's going to happen with Floyd.
Same fight as the first or worse?
It's worse because once Floyd, shout out to my man Floyd Mayweather.
Like
Mayweather
easy work,
Promotions.
as he says, or is Pacquiao good?
It might be. It's gonna be easier because once Floyd knows your tendencies, he's gonna start. He knows what you got. He knows what you got coming. So it's nothing. What is Pacquiao gonna do at that point? Throw more punches and boxing more? That's not gonna work because we've seen in the past throwing more punches on Floyd that doesn't do anything. That's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
So what were we doing? We were at your place, and then you were watching Floyd versus who are you watching on the TV?
Floyd versus Carlos Hernandez, I think.
Oh, Gennaro Hernandez?
No, it was another Carlos Hernandez. I don't know if that's.
So why are you watching old Pretty Boy tapes?
Oh, I watch old Pretty Boy because sometimes when his dad, on the times his dad used to train him, he was at his sharpest. You know what I'm saying? And plus, the old Floyd, he developed a style, and in his later years when he got older, it was just smarter. Don't take no punishment. Stay healthy. Get you out of there. You know what I'm saying? He take a lot of punishment in sparring. Not a lot, but he take punishment in sparring. That's a lot of wear and tear. So it has, the final product is just to get you, just to beat you, period. Under any circumstance. By the outpoint you, beat you, and box your fucking ears off. The old Floyd, he would go in there and just beat your ass. And if you was hitting him back with some shit, he didn't care. Even though he still was defensive minded. But that's just why, that's where he was. I watched the old Pretty Boy, he threw punches in combination more. I mean, the defense was still there, though.
Off the top of your head, top 3 Floyd Mayweather in general performances that
Arturo
you like.
Gotti, Philip Ndu, and
Not Philip, where that he was way taller than him. He was bodying him.
yeah, he destroyed him.
Why you like the Gotti fight?
Because it was just ridiculous. It was just a combination. He was doing so much sweet shit in there. It was ridiculous. And then the Pacquiao fight.
Why you like the Pacquiao fight?
Because he showed that he can win under any circumstance. And Pacquiao is very awkward. He is southpaw. And even though he made it look easy, I could tell that it wasn't easy because you had to be very patient. You had to keep working the jab. See, that's what makes Floyd so great because Jesse Vargas is taller than Floyd and got reach. I don't know if his arms are actually long as Floyd's, but he do got decent reach, and he didn't use his jab enough. He didn't use the sharp jab enough. He didn't use the jab, man.
All right, so the golden question. You already said Mayweather would be this a duplicate or worse of the first fight. Terrence Crawford, who some people liken his style too similar to Mayweather. He could flip southpaw. Before you said Pacquiao. If they fight at 140, Pacquiao said 140 is no problem. If they fight at 140, who wins at this point? Pacquiao or Terrence Crawford?
I'm still going with Pacquiao, man, because it's a hard fight, man.
It's tough. Pacquiao got thumped.
But he got cracked, man. And
That straight
hard.
left.
Like, that straight left is hard. But the only thing about that, if Terrence Crawford can fight him, if Terrence Crawford switched left-handed, it would take away Pacquiao's straight left. Because I don't even remember Pacquiao being in there with a left-hander.
I don't either. It might have been someone weird like David Diaz or somebody.
Yeah.
If you guys in the comment section know, when's the last time Pacquiao fought a southpaw?
Yeah, so Terrence Crawford could take away the right, and even if you fight right-handed, he can hit him with straight rights. But can he take the crack from Pacquiao? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Pacquiao got cracked, and he got a tons more level of experience. But don't get me wrong, Terrence Crawford is an animal in there. He's a beast. He's nice.
All right, speed round. Pacquiao at 147, and I'm gonna throw names out. Pacquiao at welterweight versus Danny Garcia. Go.
I'm going with Pacquiao.
Pacquiao at, and you say how? Say how they'll win.
Too busy. Too busy in the
No, like decision, knockout.
Decision.
Okay. Pacquiao versus.
No, decision.
Pacquiao versus Errol Spence Jr. at 147.
Errol Spence Jr. stoppage.
Sunny side up or just like a mercy stoppage?
Probably a mercy stoppage. But it just depends, because Errol Spence, if he could take the... Pacquiao be cracking at 47, so... You know, if he could take them shots, I'm not knocking my man Earl, but I call him Earl. I'm not knocking my man Earl, but he hasn't fought a puncher yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, a big puncher. So I don't know. But he been you know what? I'm going with Errol Spence because he in there sparring Julian, and even though sparring and fighting is two different things, but you in there with that
John Jackson.
John Jackson, that nigga, bro, and you sparring. I could say sparring John Jackson is the equivalent to taking a Pacquiao punch with 8 ounces on.
Yeah, he's a 54-pounder, and he's bigger than
And he's
Spence.
big. So I'm going with Errol Spence. My bad, Earl. I ain't mean to disrespect you.
Keith Thurman and Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao beat Thurman?
No.
Why did you scream Pacquiao?
Because I'm fearing for his life. I don't want him in there. Keith Thurman hits way too hard at welterweight. And the way Pacquiao be hopping in.
So
if Marquez knocked you out with a right hand.
Thurman will one-time him.
One-time him. If Marquez knocked you out with the right hand, what do you think that whatchamacallit is going to do? Pause that. Where we at? Keith Thurman will stop Pacquiao.
Why you keep saying that? He'll one-time him?
Oh, damn, you did call me 4 times. My phone ain't on.
Pacquiao old as fuck. That's wild.
Man, he didn't even look good in his last fight just because he beat Jesse Vargas. He didn't look as snappy. He never was fast to me. Pacquiao's never fast. And Keith Thurman is young and he hitting hard as fuck. I think Pacquiao had problems with Sean Porter.
Pacquiao versus Marquez 5 at 147.
I don't even want to see it.
But what if it happened though?
Marquez.
Is he still on that juice?
Because he's still on that juice. That Kool-Aid. And he ain't on that Pedialyte. He on that juice. He on that juju on that beat.
Who's
Marquez is on that juju on that beat. Juju on that beat.
All right.